Hi, my name is Gina Tang, and I'm checking in after my experience at Crossroads Ibogaine Treatment Center in Rosarito. And it's been about 8 months since my visit, and a lot has happened in the last 8 months. So, to recap, the the main thing that stood out to me while I was in my dream phase with Ibogaine was the ability to get under the hood of my mind and look at the wires and see how they were all crisscrossed and webbed and holding certain behaviors in place. Call it polysubstance abuse disorder. And these mechanisms of my ego and patterns of thought that prevented me from really accessing the root of why I was in pain. Because I recognized that ultimately it was just this underlying discomfort with sobriety, with just being in my skin. Something about it was not comfortable for me, and so I was always preferring to have my good feelings come from somewhere else. Food, alcohol, fill in the blank. So I left Crossroads with a lot more information, um, but also with a lot of work to do because this was like lifetimes worth of inherited uh, sort of faulty psychological paradigms that I recognized that I was dealing with, and definitely not just an overnight sort of thing. I had my work cut out for me, so I went home and just continued to live as best as I could, day by day, being present, being as honest as possible with myself, and just, gradually things would come up to the surface. Old pain from my past. Things that I did not even know at the time were painful, that I experienced as being maybe a nuisance or being sort of messed up, but that I didn't actually experience any pain around it because one skill that I developed, inherited slash developed, was the ability to really compartmentalize my emotions to the degree that, you know, I didn't, I thought I was being strong and just being able to charge through and manage situations, but I was just denying how it was really affecting me. So um, I definitely had just these revelations of like, oh my gosh, like that event when I was 18 and, my dad kicked me out and I just thought he was doing me a favor and like, see you later, I'm good kind of thing, like actually totally hurt. And here I am at the age of 30, like crying, as I relive this emotion that was denied at the age of 18. And it was profound to recognize that, there's like a whole gamut of situations and, uh, to tap into that way. So that's what I've been up to. In the last 8 months, I've been root canal kind of archaeologically digging into the past in a way that is kind of compassionate and interesting and, sort of putting myself back together again in a very Humpty Dumpty kind of way. And it's beautiful, and it gives me this tremendous gratitude for the path itself, because one thing that I know about recovery is that it's a journey, and Ibogaine was a big step on my path, but it wasn't like the step or the solution. It just contributed to helping me, create my own solution moment to moment, which is ultimately, I think, a deeper, loving awareness and understanding of the emotional experience of being alive, not just the intellectual experience, but like really being able to feel the range of who I am and be okay with it and give space for that and allow it and not resist or judge or deny who I am. And as I move through this process, every day it feels better to be myself. And every day, I just have a little bit more sense of, wow, like everything really does happen the way that it happens for a very orchestrated purpose, not just, because I thought or I wanted or I expected or I hoped, but just to be present for the unfolding and to dance with it. So um, I am watching major shift happen in my life, openings of love and reconnection and healing, and I'm voicing my feelings, both old and present, and it's amazing. It's amazing what it's doing. It is alchemy in my life. And I would tell anybody that is struggling right now with um, a pattern or a situation that is painful to, first and foremost, allow for that. Allow yourself to be where you are right now. Like, that's really the only place to start. And Ibogaine is like a tremendous pair of super 3D goggles. It's like, where am I? How did I get here? It's just really, it shows you what's up. And that's really very powerful to have that awareness. It gives you a lot to work with. So, yeah, onward and upward. Keep breathing at regular intervals and trust. Because the power that governs the universe is love. It really is.